हेलो गाइस, सब्सक्राइब करें हमारे चैनल को और प्रेस करें बेल आइकन को ताकि आप हमारी वीडियो सबसे पहले देख सकें।
Hello, my dear students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Student, today I am going to tell you about the modal auxiliaries verb, which is the most important part from the grammar point of view. So this video I will give you a very easy explanation of this chapter. Before proceeding, let me tell you that even before I uploaded a lot of useful videos which can be quite useful for you, so that must check it once, and in same kind of videos we will continue to run. For that you have to stay connected with our channel and share and subscribe. So student, today's video is going to be quite much interested, so let's start the video. Student, now the question is that what is modal auxiliaries verb? Modal auxiliaries are these verbs which are used with main verbs to express such ideas as possibility, permission, necessity, obligation, etc. And these helping verbs are can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must and ought to. Student, now moving forward to the nature of modals. Modals are never used alone. Examples: I can play upon the harmonium, which means modal verbs are different from other auxiliary verbs as they cannot stand alone. Second, modals don't change according to the number or person of subject. I can read, they can read and we can read. So here you can see that it doesn't any effect whether the subject is singular or plural. Now look at the functions of modals. First is can, which express the ability and permission. The example you can see, I can solve this problem. Student, there are three main uses of ability, possibility and permission. Ability, possibility and permission. Example here you can see, I can solve this problem, which mean can means to be able to do something. The second is may. May expresses the possibility, permission, request and purpose. May I use your pen? It is commonly used to express the possibility, or we can use it when we are not sure about something, and we use it to take permission in formal way. Next, will. Will express intention, promise, determination. I'll try to come, which means we use it to express belief about the present or future. Next is would, which is the past form of will, express past habit, determination and wish. It is the past tense form of will because it is a past tense, and we also this for politeness. For example, would you please do this? And here the example, he would sit for hours and studying his book. Student, now we are moving forward to the next part of modal, that is should. Should, which is the past form of shall. It expresses duty, advice, polite request. For example, you should take care of your children, you should hard work. Which means it expresses suggestion, opinion or idea, and sometimes asks for the someone's opinion. Next, must express compulsion, necessity. Example, you must do this work, which means it is used to express an idea and it is about necessity. Now if we talk about shall, so shall express order, promise, determination and threat. Example given, you shall be punished, which means it is often used in formal setting to deliver obligation or sometime or something that you required. Now the next is could. Could express ability and polite request. Example you can see, could you please give me some money? I could ride a horse when I was young. So student, you can see here that could is similar to can and often replaces in the past express ability. And sometimes you can see here that here in this sentence given the politeness, could you please give me some money, and here you can see that I is here expressing the ability that I could ride a horse when I was young. So here the I is talking about the past event. Student, dare and need called semi models. If we talk about need, it acts as a modal verb and sometime as a main verb. So here you can see need expresses obligation or necessity. Example, he need to solve all the sum. So here you can see that need to solve all the sum that express the obligation or necessity, and sometime it act as a main verb also. So the next is dare. Dare means to have the courage to do something. You dare not do this, which means it have the courage to do something or express anger at something. You must have heard that do not dare to be like this. So such kinds of examples represent dare. Now moving forward, used to expresses a habit. Used to expresses a habit in the past. Used to expresses a habit in the past. So used to refer to something repeatedly happened in the past, or we can say it described the past event that was in a routine, right? Like you can see here that I used to drink daily. Or another example we can take that I used to play cricket when I was young. So here where we have to use used to when we talk about a past event that was in a routine. Now moving forward to the last, that is ought to. Ought to expresses desire, ability, duty and obligation. Example, we ought to go to hospital to meet him. Student, ought to means something that is our moral duty and it is stronger than should. So here you can see that is moral duty, that we ought to go to hospital to meet him. So that is our moral duty. So here you can see ought to expresses desire, ability and the duty word you can see here and the obligation. So student, this was all about for the day. I hope you understood about the modal auxiliary verbs, that how to use these auxiliaries in a sentence. I hope you like this video and understand about this lesson. If you have any doubt, so you can comment below. Thank you so much.